it was the hardest period for us because it felt like the world was against us. And here's the thing, we were against each other, if I'm being completely honest.
Though Hollywood appears to have a transient view of love, some well-known couples demonstrate that true love can outlast the demands of the stage. These performers, who are beloved by millions, have maintained strong relationships in real life despite hurdles such as hard careers, public criticism, and personal issues. These couples' heartwarming love tales and remarkable teamwork serve as a reminder that enduring love can overcome any hardship. Benevolent beneath the glare of notoriety, they have demonstrated persistence and determination to helping each other through good times and bad. Join us as we introduce you to the genuine wives of these well-known personalities, couples who have shared happiness, sadness, and achievement in a world where relationships can be extremely challenging. Lester Holt, one of the most well-known American reporters, has been the principal news anchor for NBC News since 2000, a 40-year span. He hosted NBC Nightly News from 2007 to 2015, as well as Dateline NBC, which he debuted in 2011. He co-hosted Weekend Today from 2003 until 2015. Lester and Carol Hagan, a flight attendant, married in 1982. They live happily in Manhattan with their 2 children, Cameron and Stephen Holt. Lester believes that their capacity to laugh together is essential to their successful marriage. Savannah Guthrie and Michael Feldman spent 11 years starting her journalism career in Missouri and later moving to Arizona. She joined the Today cast in 2011 and has remained there ever since. She married Michael Feldman in 2014. They have 2 children. The two originally met at Feldman's birthday party 6 years ago. Pat Sajak, the witty Wheel of Fortune host, and Leslie Brown, a photographer, were married for over 30 years after 35 years apart. Their first meeting, in California in 1988, did not go well. The pair continued in touch throughout the year, and their cordial conversations quickly developed into passionate ones. Leslie has been Pat's support system since their marriage in 1989, through his health issues and career highs and lows. The dynamic duo is the ideal example of how to keep a marriage intact while still feeling love for each other. Tim, a real estate agent in New York, and Don Lemon, a CNN news anchor, are 9 years apart. 3 years after they began dating in 2016, they announced their engagement. They purchased 2 dogs and had already sold their Harlem home. Don has worked for CNN for more than 10 years. Aside from his regular role as a CNN newsroom correspondent, he also anchors CNN Tonight. The journalist, worth $10 million, also has time to travel and will be seen on television in 2020. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa, who are 28 years apart, consider their journey from on-screen romance to real-life friendship as one of learning. Originally coupled in All My Children, they both went beyond the script's interpretation and began dating immediately while filming. First look tells me it is love. We would therefore presume the same. Mark and Kelly decided to hold a small wedding a year later, in 1996. The pair made quick decisions, but they did not act carelessly. And they have demonstrated that after 28 years of a strong relationship. 5 years apart, Fox News discovered a new couple, Sean Hannity and Ainsley Earhart, who will undoubtedly become well-known in the United States. The two broadcasters supposedly started dating in 2019, 5 years ago. Their divorce proceedings may have impacted their developing connection. In 2020, Vanity Fair conducted a thorough investigation of the couple, revealing their incredible private helicopter access to one of Donald Trump's golf clubs. Juan Williams and Susan Dellis, who have been separated for 45 years, would rather live in the background than with their spouse. She married Juan Williams in 1978 and now has 2 grandchildren. Juan and Susan have 2 boys and 1 girl. Although Susan's profession is not publicly known, Juan has long worked as a political analyst. He regularly appears on The 5 Show and has written for journals such as The Washington Post. He has accumulated over $2 million in total. Juan also appeared on 2020's Fox Files and Outnumbered. Juan is 70 years old, while Susan is said to be in her 50s. Greg Gutfeld and Elena Musa have been together for 20 years. Gutfeld is a comedian, author, political analyst, and TV presenter best known for his late-night talk show, Gutfeld, and his appearance on The 5, a political talk show. Since 2019, he has been hosting Greg Gutfeld and One Smart Person. He is fortunate to have married former magazine Maxim Russia image editor Elena Musa, a former model. They met and lived in London for 3 years before moving to New York in 2018. Chris Cuomo and Christina Grieven Cuomo, who are 23 years apart, appear to be a literary dream come true. A magazine editor and a TV journalist working together. Chris and Christina appear to be close friends. The couple has been married since 2001 and has 3 outstanding children together. Christina arrived late for her wedding in Southampton, which may seem surprising. Although she struggled to put on her stunning Oscar de la Renta gown, tabloids speculated that it was a runaway bride issue. Nicely, their relationship began out very nicely. Wolf Blitzer has been a fixture on CNN for decades and is an important member of the team. He has received numerous distinctions for his journalism, including the coveted Emmy, Journalist Pillar of Justice, and other humanitarian awards. It is an incredible accomplishment for even a seasoned reporter. Wolf is accustomed to being in the spotlight, but little is known about his private life, including his marriage to Len Greenfield. Nonetheless, their over 50-year relationship implies that they are more than content with one another. This pair probably prefers to keep things private. Though Jay Leno is more renowned for his love of automobiles, his wife Mavis will always remain his first love and the center of their 44-year marriage. Jay's act in a comic shop in 1976 sparked their romance. The speaker recalled their early years together and said that their marriage was driven solely by Leno's desire to include Mavis in his insurance coverage. According to their advice for a long marriage, nothing is worth fighting about. The person you choose to marry should be someone you respect. Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld are 25 years apart. In the well-known comedy Seinfeld, Jerry portrays a lifetime bachelor who is unable to establish meaningful relationships. However, real life is rather different. The actor and his wife Jessica have been together since 1999. The Seinfelds had a daughter and 2 kids. The comic, who adores his family life, stated that he would not alter a thing and finds immense joy in the bustling household. The wealthy do not believe they should provide their children with excessive luxury. They are now great parents and good friends. Tucker Carlson and Susan Andrews, who have been together for 33 years, began dating as teenagers. Tucker requested Susan's father's permission to ask the question as soon as he reached the appropriate age. The wonderful couple has not looked back since. Today, they have 4 busy children. After marriage, the author's career skyrocketed. Thus, the link appeared to be lucky. He now makes $6 million per year presenting Tucker Carlson Tonight, a primetime show. Last week tonight, host John Oliver married Army veteran Kate Norley in 2011, after 17 years apart. Oliver and Kate's diverse professional backgrounds made their chance of meeting unlikely. Fortunately, they met during the 2008 Republican National Convention and eventually developed emotions of love. Despite their opposing political views and personalities, Oliver and Kate have developed a strong friendship. Accept the fact that you will ultimately disagree. Aside from being wonderful parents to 2 lovely children, the pair has amazing flair and a sense of humor. CNN anchor Jake Tapper has been married to Jennifer Marie Brown for 17 years, dating back to 2006. Their household of 2 blossomed to 4 as they became joyful parents with 2 dedicated children. However, parenting is not always simple. We should also notice that the pair shared the labor effectively without jeopardizing their employment. Jake sometimes keeps his personal life private, despite posting photos of himself with Jennifer on social media. This demonstrates the reporter's happiness at being with his beautiful and supporting wife. After 18 years together, Dierks Bentley and Cassidy Black are willing to gamble that almost everyone has considered marrying their childhood sweetheart and then been heartbroken. But this was not the case for Dierks Bentley after he married Cassidy Black, the love of his life. The 2 met in 2005 while Bentley was on tour, after dating intermittently since 9th grade. After exchanging vows at a tiny private wedding in Mexico, the country music artist and his bride eloped 3 days later that same year. Many people do envy them, and their love has grown stronger after more than 15 years. Michelle Pfeiffer and David E. Kelley have been together for 30 years and are both bright people. Michelle is an award-winning actress, and David is recognized for creating wonderful stories. He wrote the critically acclaimed television series Big Little Lies. The pair met on a blind date in 1993. and it is evident they had a good experience as they married later that year. Shortly after adopting their daughter, the couple welcomed a son. Michelle and David's relationship is always evident, even though their well-known careers give ample privacy. Matthew McConaughey and Camilla Alves, 18 years apart. Though the most gorgeous pair in Hollywood has been together since 2006, Camilla did not immediately fall in love. When they first met in a Los Angeles pub, McConaughey was anxious to approach her and strike up a discussion. However, she barely recognized him. But Matthew won her over in the usual romance method, and the two began dating soon after. Following a low-key wedding and 3 children, the couple remains committed to their relationship. They never take anything for granted and attribute their relationship's strength to mutual respect. We completely agree that marriage is merely the beginning of a new journey. Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks, known as Hollywood's happy couple, have been married for nearly 36 years, a testament to the power of long-term marriages. From the sets of Volunteer, the Forrest Gump actor knew he would meet his future bride. Tom applauded Rita's 2019 Hollywood Walk of Fame star from the sidelines, playing the role of a wonderful and supporting boyfriend. Given how well the grounded celebrities complement one another, Tom has more than compensated for his lonesome background. Mike Tyson married his 3rd wife, Lakia Spicer, 13 years ago, the same year he lost his 4-year-old daughter. In a recent interview, T.I. stated that he most sure would not have made it without her. Mike's highs and lows have been numerous. Although he earned about $300 million as a heavyweight boxer, he eventually lost the majority of his money, now worth only $3 million. He married Lakia, recovered, and now presents the Mike Tyson Mysteries series. Luciana Barroso and Matt Damon, who have been married for 19 years, believe that family comes first, no matter what. Matt acknowledges that marriage requires effort, but he also understands that both partners will stop at nothing to stay together. Something out of a fairy tale seems about right. Love, in fact, frequently manifests itself when least expected. That happened when these two lovers ran into each other in a Miami bar. Matt was immediately drawn to her and attempted to win her over with his beautiful conversation and cocktail-making skills. The two got along well and developed a strong friendship. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, who have been apart for 20 years, have been the subject of numerous rumors, particularly those involving divorce and false pregnancies. Despite the suspicions and tabloid gossip surrounding their relationship, their love and loyalty to each other has never wavered. The good news is that the pair has always conquered these false rumors by refusing to let outside noise disrupt their intimate bond. Not a single sensational tale has been able to question their premise. Ellen and Portia's love affair began in 2004 and progressed dramatically over the next 4 years. They exchanged vows in a short ceremony in 2008 in front of about 20 close friends and relatives. Their marriage was a powerful symbol of love and dedication, made all the more extraordinary by the fact that it occurred before same-sex marriage was officially legalized across the country. Their marriage has been filled with laughter, encouragement for one another, and a shared passion of philanthropy and animal advocacy over the years. Despite the obstacles of celebrity, they have formed a strong and long relationship, demonstrating that true love can resist even the most unrelenting rumors. Al Roker and Deborah Roberts, who are 29 years apart in their professional lives, get along well at home because they enjoy having fun, despite working for different networks. When Roberts and her date first met in 1990, she felt he was kind, gentle, and family-oriented. Roker suggested spending New Year's Eve 1994 atop the Grand Canyon. How lovely! Their marriage had its ups and downs, as do all marriages. The couple advised newlyweds that, while they may have diverse interests, deep down, strong feelings for family, love, and respect would keep them grounded. Cyndi Lauper and David Thornton, after 33 years together, are the greatest people to understand that girls want to have fun. She did not hesitate to strike up a discussion with her husband, David Thornton, on the off and running set. They quickly formed feelings after exchanging flirty messages and going for romantic walks on the beach. Even after their 1991 marriage, Lauper still considers David to be her best friend. They admit that marriage requires a lot of work. Their unwavering love and mutual respect keep them going, even if it is more difficult today, especially with the birth of their child. After their first date, things progressed quickly, and Kevin James and Steffiana Dela Cruz, who had been apart for 20 years, were married. Unlike most blind dates, theirs ended happily ever after. Introduced by close friends, the couple hit it off immediately away, and their romance blossomed. 2 years later, in June 2004, they exchanged vows in a private ceremony attended by loved ones. Kevin and Steffiana clearly love and respect each other, even if they would want to keep their relationship private. Kevin frequently expresses gratitude to his wife and family, as well as how much he enjoys being a father. The couple has 4 children, and their parenting experiences have had an impact on Kevin's career. Kevin Can Wait, his family dynamics and jokes are based on many of his real-life parenting experiences. Despite Hollywood's pressures, Kevin and Steffiana have built a strong, long-lasting marriage. Whether on red carpets or via social media, their infrequent public appearances together highlight their mutual regard. Their partnership exemplifies the strength of love, laughter, and unwavering support. Emma Hemming and Bruce Willis are 17 years apart, but it does not mean they are not meant to be together. Bruce's first marriage ended in divorce, and as promised, they wedded 9 years later. He was certain this woman was the one this time. The couple was even more delighted about getting married at their home in Turks and Caicos when they discovered the ceremony was not legally binding. A few days later, they returned and had a civil ceremony. For them, it was a real litmus test. Adam Sandler and Jackie Sandler may have won a woman's heart by making her laugh throughout the course of their 20-year marriage, but making a man laugh may also win his heart. Jackie played a waitress on the Big Daddy set, and Adam Sandler acted precisely like her. Following their marriage in 2003, the couple welcomed 2 gorgeous children. Adam enjoys dressing up as a Disney princess to entertain their girls, who love spending time with him. That is the sweetest. Jackie and Adam are the epitome of consistency, having mastered the art of managing marriage and career. Guy Fieri and Lori Fieri, who are 26 years apart, are a television personality and restaurateur who have had a very successful career on television and are sure to make a decent livelihood from their businesses. Another advantage is that he can return home to his loved one on a daily basis. Fieri formed affections for Lori at first sight in the early 1980s. The couple married in 1995 after getting to know each other well and discovering their preferences. The family has 2 children and now lives in Santa Rosa, California. Their endurance stems from their ability to adapt, understand, and give their all for one another. Despite their numerous troubles, George and Norma Strait, married for 53 years, have never abandoned each other. When their daughter died at the age of 13, the 2 were always there to console each other. Despite marrying 53 years ago, the soulmates have been together since childhood. They had grown up in the same town and made significant progress since their 1971 elopement. Despite the fact that we assume they still have more memories to create, Harvey, their only son's child, is already his grandfather. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, one of Hollywood's most famous and gorgeous couples, have been married for 40 years and demonstrate what an ideal marriage should be. They met on the set of a Disney film when they were younger. Despite their mutual agreement that they should never date co-stars, the couple made an exception, and it worked. The couple had all they needed for a successful relationship, so they never felt the need to marry between their first date in 1983 and the birth of their first child 3 years later. They cited mutual trust, self-sufficiency, and giving each other space as the keys to their long-term partnership. Phil McGraw and Robin McGraw have been together for 47 years. While the name Phil McGraw may be unfamiliar to you, Dr. Phil is. After his first marriage ended in 1973, the talk show host found true love in Robin Jo Jameson. Their love and mutual devotion are the most frequently talked topics in the tabloids since they have persisted over time. Robin frequently assists with production and has not missed an episode of her husband's lunchtime show since 2002. The couple enjoys life to the fullest now that they have 2 settled children and a successful career. What a happy family. Sylvester Stallone and Jennifer Flavin have been together for 36 years. While most would have thought their relationship was ludicrous, it was great for them due to their age difference. Model Jennifer restored Sylvester's faith in love after meeting him while dealing with a string of failed marriages. The gorgeous couple married in 1997, after dating irregularly for 9 years. Jennifer usually stands beside Sylvester at award ceremonies, and he is frequently spotted in the front row at his wife's fashion shows. The actor gushed over his partner, claiming that he completely trusts her judgment and that she is academic and bright. Ron and Cheryl Howard have been together for 49 years. Every successful film has a talented director at its center, and each of these guys has a supporting lady by his side. Cheryl, who has been with producer Ron Howard for more than 45 years, is his soulmate. Even though they were young when they married in 1975, they appeared to know what they were doing. Their 4 adult children include Bryce Dallas Howard, a well-known actress from The Help. Ron agrees that harmony, patience, and good fortune are essential for a lifetime of happiness with your loved one. Despite Hollywood's reputation for tumultuous relationships, Sam Elliott and Catherine Ross, who have been apart for 40 years, consider themselves fortunate to have escaped divorce. Their 40-year union demonstrates tenacity. One thing led to another, and before they knew it, the couple married in 1984 after meeting in London while filming The Legacy. Sam mastered the secrets of a happy marriage. Maintaining a relationship requires effort, but resolving conflicts is more rewarding. Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart met 20 years apart in 2002, when they were both 60. Her attraction astounded him so much that he poured wine all over her lovely clothing. Life has its ways. That mishap sparked a love that eventually led to a lifetime marriage. After more than 7 years of dating, Harrison proposed Valentine's Day. She responded, yes. Callista was walking down the aisle for the first time, despite being his 3rd marriage. Clearly, this age-defying romance will go down in history. Tom Selleck and Jilly Mack, who had been married for 34 years, were seeing the musical Cats when Tom first spotted his future wife. Jilly slapped him. His invitation swiftly sparked a romance. Jilly and the star had a tumultuous relationship after she went to Hawaii to spend more time with him. They soon found themselves strolling the red carpet together and posing for tabloids. The happy pair eloped in 1987 and married quietly. Tom is now enjoying time away from flashing cameras after reducing his workload and purchasing a 65-acre property in order to spend more time with his wife and children. Only 2 weeks after their initial meeting, Rhea Perlman moved in with Danny DeVito from Batman Returns, as if she had known he would become her life companion. Still, the couple wanted to get to know each other before agreeing to marry. Despite being together for nearly 30 years, Rhea and Danny decided to live apart after 10 years of marriage rather than pursue divorce. They are still great friends. If you believe they are still in love, we will not fault you. We also follow Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson, who have been together for 44 years, are becoming increasingly famous as a result of their dedication and self-improvement efforts. The man works hard to maintain both his professional job and his relationship with LaTanya Richardson. Samuel married LaTanya right away after they met in college 50 years ago. The pair has been married for nearly 40 years and is still completely committed to each other, ready to face any hardship together. Lisa Kudrow and Michael Stern, 30 years apart. Do you remember Phoebe Buffay from NBC's hit show Friends? We laughed wildly every time she appeared on the screen. That is Lisa Kudrow. In the 1980s, she met and befriended French advertising manager Michael Stern. However, they only went on their first date 6 years before their marriage. Despite being married for many years, Phoebe and Michael have experienced many highs and lows. But everything changed radically when their son was born in the middle of the 1990s, and the pair found renewed motivation to keep their marriage together. After 10 years together, Alexandra Hedison, a renowned photographer, and Jodie Foster, an actress, would prefer not to be seen together. Nonetheless, their deep friendship is evident at every public event and award presentation they attend, and the pair's walks will encourage anyone in this line of business. Alexandra and Jodie married in 2014 after dating for almost a year and appearing to be in love. Even though they have a lot of job obligations, both women never give up spending time together. A great marriage is built on mutual respect and excellent communication. Julia Roberts and Daniel Moder have been together for 22 years. The majority of Julia Roberts' 16-year marriage to Danny Moder, star of Pretty Woman, has been kept secret. Still blissfully together, Certain tabloids began circulating allegations in December 2018 that the couple was splitting, which were unfounded. Julia revealed in an interview that rumors about their romance still influenced her. Stories on such sensitive matters should not go viral to garner comments because they may cause problems. She is pleased for Danny's happiness. Robert Duvall and Luciana Pedraza have been together for 20 years. Robert Duvall achieved success after starring in the most significant film of his career. Despite his unconventional upbringing, he rose to prominence and appeared in a number of films. The man had 3 failed marriages before meeting Luciana Pedraza, who was more than 40 years younger than him, but the ideal partner. Given that they have been together for 20 years, the seeming disparity is not a concern. The person who said age is just a number was correct. Jeff Bridges and Susan Gaston Bridges have been married for 48 years. Because of his innate talent, Jeff Bridges could easily play any character from a large family of actors. When the performer received an Oscar in 2009 for this type of performance, he congratulated his longtime lover Susan. Their relationship began on a Montana film set where they were battling each other. The couple began dating after that, and Jeff proposed to Susan in the same week in 1977, tying the knot. The man's acting career earned him numerous accolades, but his 3 children from this marriage are truly exceptional. Bruce Springsteen and Patty Scialfa have been together for 33 years. Patty, Bruce's band's backing vocalist in the 1980s, introduced the dynamic duo. He was negotiating a divorce at the time. The couple made their relationship public and married 3 years later, when their divorce was formalized in 1988. With 3 wonderful children and 20 years of marriage, the couple appears to still be in love with one another. Patty and the rock singer have been together through both good and bad times, and their connection appears to be stronger than ever. Many intimate acquaintances of the couple thought that they were always intended to be together. Toby Keith and Trisha Lucas have been together for 4 decades. Love may strike at any age, as it did for Toby Keith. He met Trisha Lucas, the love of his life, when he was only 20 and she was 19. When they met in a nightclub in 1981, they assumed they would be together. 3 years later, Toby and Trisha married and have never looked back. The couple had 3 children together as their connection got deeper. They are living proof that committed relationships pay off, as they are happier than they have ever been. Tina Turner and Erwin Bach have spent 40 years together. Tina and Erwin have been together since the 1980s and married in 2003. Erwin was a German music executive when they first met, while she was on tour to promote her record Private Dancer. They started dating after being friends for a year. Though romances in Hollywood are rarely successful, one cannot be too cautious when so much is at stake in a long-term romance. Given their more than 3 decades of marriage, their caution paid off.